I've been trading for 8 years now. 6 years I've been unprofitable, and I've only been profitable for the last 1.5 years. My biggest challenge was a strategy. Every time I'd take a few losses trying to do one strategy, I'd think, oh, this strategy is bad, let me just try another one. I'm in a position where I've seen my strategy work out and I have so much confidence in it that I don't care if I go on losing streaks for a whole month or two. I did in July. I lost for 2 months. So a lot of people would say, like, yes, you need to be a disciplined trader to be profitable. But when it comes to prop firms, you don't actually need to be that disciplined. People don't realize that ThinkCapital is broker backed. I know about this broker for years. The biggest advice I'd give to a new trader would be to find a strategy that resonates with your personality. That's key.
Okay, what's up, traders? I'm Sky. I'm social media manager here at ThinkCapital. Today I'm joined with ZamcoCapital. Been a funded trader at ThinkCapital for a few months, maybe since the start. But yeah, how are you doing today? Do you want to introduce yourself? Just tell us, a little bit about where you're from, your background in trading, the basics.
Yeah, definitely. So my name's Zamco. I've been trading for 8 years now. 6 years I've been unprofitable, and I've only been profitable for the last 1.5 years or something like that. Till date, I've done over $1 million in prop firm payouts since last year, April. So that's me.
Wow. Yeah, that's a huge turnaround. I mean, going from five and a half years of not making a buck to over $1 million in a year.
Yeah.
Great. So yeah, being a experienced trader like yourself, I'm sure you've kind of came across a lot of prop firms which have some sketchy rules, perhaps having some payouts denied. What set ThinkCapital apart from the rest? What made you stick around with us?
I think what made me stick around was the fact that it was broker backed. That just added just that extra level of reliability and credibility, because I'm aware of ThinkCapital as a broker anyway. So it's like, it's already a well-known name. They're a well-established brand. So now if they're rolling out a prop firm, most likely it's not a bunch of teenagers running out a big prop firm. So it had credibility behind it. So that's kind of why I've kind of chosen ThinkCapital as one of the prop firms that I use.
Yeah, that's great. That's kind of one of our big selling points, how we like to approach our customers, because the broker's been around, almost 16 years now. We have offices over 10 places in the world. I was lucky enough to go visit our one in Dubai recently. We filmed an office tour, so that'll be out soon. You can see we're on the top floor of 36th building in Dubai Marina. It's beautiful. But
Nice.
Yeah, I'm glad that gives you a nice sense of security, because that's really what we want for our traders. So what about, a big challenge you faced in trading? What did you do to overcome it?
I think initially my biggest challenge was a strategy. Every time I'd take a few losses trying to do one strategy, I'd think, oh, this strategy is bad, let me just try another one. And I think that was the biggest mistake that I made back then, and was my biggest struggle, where I couldn't just stick with a strategy long enough to see it finally win and for the edge to play out over time. So I think that strategy hopping was one of my biggest struggles back then.
Yeah, so you just needed to put a bit more time into one strategy and fix your mindset to, focus?
Exactly, yeah. I just had to find one and stick to it and actually have confidence in it. I never had any confidence in any strategy that I would try, and that kind of probably overall just made me a very, very unprofitable trader. Just the lack of confidence as well as strategy hopping. But now I'm in a position where I've seen my strategy work out and I have so much confidence in it that I don't care if I go on losing streaks for a whole month or two. I did in July. I lost for 2 months straight. And then literally the moment the markets went back to normal, 350K made in 1 month. So I know it works out over the long period of time. I just have to stick with it now.
Yeah. Have you been trading a lot of gold in the recent times then?
Every day I just kept buying gold. Just buy gold, buy gold, buy gold. That's exactly what I've been doing.
Yeah, fantastic. Great. So yeah, going back to your strategies, you're saying you never really found one and focused on that one. I feel like that's really common in this trading world. Everyone who I speak to who's profited now says the same. It's just they never really focused on one specific strategy. So what was the kind of defining point in your career? What made you realize, crap, this is where I'm going wrong, and then started profiting after that?
I think the big turnaround point was my first ever payout back in April 2024. That finally made trading real to me, and it made me think that, okay, this strategy that I'm doing right now, this has got me paid. Now, maybe if I stick with this long enough, I'll keep getting paid. So then I kept just repeating the exact same thing that got me paid in the first place. And that's it. Since then, it's just been skyrocketing.
Yeah, nice. Like you just said, but I was going to say, I guess that mindset helped you, improve your trading in the long term, which it has, $1 million profit, $1 million in payouts to date. So yeah, big well done. And yeah, obviously you're very, well, from what I make out anyway, from what I've seen online, you seem like a very chill Zen dude. What do you do anything in your outside of trading that helps you, achieve this sort of mindset? Like, perhaps some sports or hobbies or meditation, like when your big trades are running wild, is there any way you just kind of keep your mind straight?
I get told that I'm autistic, so maybe that helps. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
I'm not really
maybe
sure
that's
how
what
to
does
respond to that.
it.
I don't think that part's true. No, I was just feel like you got your head screwed on well. How about like speeding around in your Mercedes? Because that car's beautiful. Does
Oh,
that
yeah,
help
I
with
mean
your calm?
that's fun. It's fun to do, but that's not really what keeps me focused.
Yeah,
Rather, I think it's more because I've done it for so long and I've lost for such a long period of time that it really I'm just numb to it now. It's like, oh yeah, I lost another one. Like I've done that 1,000 times in my life. It really doesn't matter now. I think that's what it is. It's just building up a tolerance to losing over such a long period of time. I think that's kind of
yeah.
what keeps me going. And
No, so I was saying, so is your strategy particularly made for prop firm trading then, could you say?
my actual entry model and taking my trades the way that I see the market, that's not dependent directly on prop firms. That is just a good strategy in and of itself. But the way I approach prop firms is a bit different, where I do add on high risk during the challenge stage just to pass quickly and then drop my risk down once funded. But my actual strategy to enter the market is, I think it's such a great model. It can be applied to both personal capital and prop firms. But I'm not really great with personal capital because um, my discipline's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to ask next, do you plan to ever, just shift entirely to a broker account, trade your own money, or maybe a different endeavor?
I don't want to trade forever. No, I hate trading. But and when it comes to personal capital, I'm not confident in myself with my discipline. I know that's one thing I really lack. So a lot of people would say, like, yes, you need to be a disciplined trader to be profitable. But when it comes with prop firms, you don't actually need to be that disciplined because you have daily drawdown limits, you have maximum risk rules, you have all these rules in place where even if you're not disciplined, it somewhat keeps you aligned because you kind of have to follow those rules. But when you come to personal capital, you can risk your whole balance all in one trade, and that's when you got no money. So I think with me, I wouldn't trade personal capital just because I don't have confidence in my discipline. In terms of future plans, I want to leave trading completely and kind of go into more like real estate and passive businesses.
Yeah, yeah. Would be quite convenient. But obviously, we'd love to still have you around as a trader, so don't go anywhere for now.
I'll try to stick around.
So how about like a typical trading day? How does that look? Would you trade every day?
Yeah, I pretty much trade every day, Monday to Friday. I wake up around 6 a.m. or something like that, 6:30 a.m. I pray and then basically I prepare for pre-London, which is at 7 a.m. UK time. So that's when Asian session closes, and now it's pre-London to London session, and that's kind of where I'm focused. And just straight away, I start looking at my phone, like on my charts, and really start marking out where I'm expecting gold, German 40 or Nasdaq. Those are my three main pairs. So I'm just looking at any sort of place where we can retrace and then continue the direction. All I'm doing is following the trend. So if gold is bullish, all I'm waiting for in pre-London and London is just to retrace down a bit into some sort of inefficiency to the left. When I say inefficiency, I mean fair value gaps. So anywhere like that into a discounted level, and then in pre-London to London, I'm just looking to buy. So that's kind of my routine. Wake up, pray, go onto the charts, prepare for London session or pre-London, and just wait for retracements and continue the direction. That's all I'm waiting for.
Yeah, thanks for the insight. We want to say how we actually really appreciate you, how you've stuck up for us sometimes online, how we've had some difficult situations that say where a trader would take to social media instantly without even, reaching out to us and being like letting us explain what's gone wrong, and how you just backed us saying, we're not a scamming firm. We've been around for a while. We're backed by Think Markets, as you know. And you yourself, I think, have actually had a payout tonight with us. A lot of people say we have influencer preferences, but I think you know more than well that, once we had a little situation, you came to talk to me on X chat, and I managed to set up a call between yourself and our operations risk manager, Florian, and he explained all the situation, and you just took it in a very mature way, and a way where you just took the information on board and put it into your future trading. And since then, you've been trading with us profitably. So I just want to say thank you for sticking up for us, and everyone who's watching this. We don't have influencer preferences. Zamco has been denied a payout. He can admit that, and same as with Tyler as well. I think you guys are acquaintances online. I've seen you had some banter across a couple of posts. How you're on a race to 100k at ThinkCapital. That no one's hit it yet, so that's still there. If you
Yeah,
want to take
yeah,
the
I
title,
think.
we'll come up with some sort of prize for the first one who hits it.
I appreciate you saying that. Of course, I'm going to stick up for firms that I believe are reliable and credible, because people don't realize that Think Capital is broker backed. I know about this broker for years. So when people are saying that it's just a scam, whenever they give their reasoning for why it's a scam, it's always they've just breached some sort of rule. They don't like the rule, and then that's what they're complaining about. It's like, come on, don't be that stupid.
Obviously, we do need risk rules in place, right? We need to run
Exactly.
our operations in profit, otherwise we're not going to be able to pay anybody. So yeah, unfortunately, we do have to have some risk rules, but it's only protect ourselves to, in the long term, support our traders, such as yourself and anyone else.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Back to trading strategies. Is there any sort of metrics or indicators you use most when you're making your trading decisions?
The only indicator that I use is the Asian range indicator. It just highlights where the Asian session is. That's it. It's just to visualize where it is rather than actually tell me where to enter or exit, anything like that. So it's just the Asian range indicator. Other than that, I just use candlesticks. That's it.
Yeah, nice. Keep it simple, and it's working. Do you offer any sort of? I know a lot of traders evolve into trying to give some trading education. Is that something you're into, or something you plan to do?
Yeah, literally within 2 days, I plan to launch something else. I have a webinar coming in 2 days. A lot of
Nice.
people think that you're unprofitable trader if you're selling education, but I just think, why am I not allowed another income stream?
Yeah,
Like,
right,
I make
right.
money here. I have the knowledge. I could help you as well, and for a little fee. Yeah, but I
If
am
it's
moving into the education as well.
if it's not taking away any tension from your trades or any of your other
Exactly. Yeah,
ways of making money, then why not do more?
exactly.
All right, then. So, what about some advice for beginners? Someone who's starting out trading, someone a bit like myself, actually. I've never really made too much money trading. So, how could you help me? What would be your advice be?
Okay, the biggest advices I'd give to a new trader would be to find a strategy that resonates with your personality. That's key. There could be one strategy that is 90% win rate, but if you are the type of person where it doesn't fit your personality, for example, let's say it's a swing trading system, you have to hold trades for like 2 weeks. Most people maybe can't do that, even though it has a 90% win rate. When they see drawdown, no, not even drawdown, price goes into profit, and then over the few days it comes right back down to entry, and then maybe starts going into profit again. They can't handle that psychologically, and they might start closing early. They don't let the edge play out because it's not fit for their psychology. So I think find a strategy that resonates with your personality and psychology first, something that you're comfortable with. Once you've got that down, then the next thing is to detach from the money. That's another big thing. Do not care about how much money you're going to make from this. How much are you going to lose? If you are comfortable with losing the amount, it should be an amount where you just do not care. If even if it loses, whatever, don't care. But if it's affecting your psychology and you're not comfortable with that risk and you're too attached to that money, you are going to struggle a lot. So detach from that money aspect, just follow the process of the strategy. The money comes naturally afterwards, and find something that suits your personality.
Yeah, find something that suits your personality. That's interesting. Never really heard it. So, would you say like a high energy person with ADHD, for example, would be better off at scalping?
Yeah,
Need
probably.
to get in and out of
Probably, yeah.
trades quickly. They're thinking a lot, and then someone who's a bit
Exactly.
more laid back is better off as a swing trader.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
It really, yeah, comes down to your
it's good insight.
personality. Another thing is there are strategies where they have really high risk to rewards, but the win rate is low. So you're going to take a few losses before that one trade comes through where you make a lot.
Where you make up for
A
it.
lot of people they can't handle taking consecutive losses until that one winning one comes, and they start panicking, they start changing their risk, and it doesn't work for them because they can't handle that
Yeah.
psychology for that type of trading. So yeah,
If
that's
I'm not
why I say,
mistaken, sorry.
sorry.
No, I was saying, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've seen from you trading online, you run quite a high risk to reward ratio, right?
Yeah. Yeah, typically a high risk to reward is like 1 to 5 average, like it's the minimum, to like 1 to 20 is between that range, on
Yeah,
average between the
risky.
trades. Surprisingly, my win rate is also pretty good. It's like 70%, I'd say, on average, especially when market conditions are good. Like for gold, for the 3 weeks where we were just like for the past 3 weeks, I had 100% win rate. Every trade we were taking was just win, 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 because the strategy was playing out really well. But overall, I'd say over the year, probably like a 70% win rate with a pretty decent 1 to 5 minimum risk to reward on average. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, how have you evolved as a trader over time? What's really been the main change? Okay, I know you said the strategy, but has there been any other main change as things have developed?
I've moved into trading futures a lot more now, and that has affected my way of trading because with futures, you typically have consistency rules and you have profit caps and all of that. So technically, I have to take profit very differently compared to how I would on regular CFD prop firms. So that is changing my strategy a bit, and I'm evolving because actually trading futures is helping me be a bit more patient and wait for the good setups, because you don't have much drawdown and you have all these consistency rules. You need to make sure you have a good win rate. So I'm actually taking much better trades now, before, like compared to like a few months ago. Even though I was profitable, I'm now still evolving because I'm pushing into futures. It's actually making me an even better trader than I previously was.
Nice. All right, cool. I'm just going to wrap it up with one last question then. What would be three things you would say to a trader starting today, no experience?
Find a strategy that resonates with you, something that you're comfortable with and makes sense to you. 2 would be to detach from the money. Don't even think about the money. That's a byproduct later down the line. It's not your main priority right now. It's get the strategy nailed down and just practice implementing the strategy, letting it play out, do its thing, and journal the wins and the losses. A lot of people take screenshots of the big wins, but they don't take a screenshot of the loss to look back at it. What did they do wrong? What could they have changed? So I think journaling is a really good one. I don't personally journal, I never have, and that's probably why it took me 6 years to become profitable. But if you really, really self-reflect and look back at every trade and where you went wrong, what you could have done better, and you keep refining every single trade, you're going to improve quite quickly compared to how long it took me. So I think those 3 things really.
Yeah, so stick to the strategy, forget the money, and journal your trades.
Pretty much. Yeah, the most cliche stuff, but it works. People try to complicate trading. It's not that hard. I mean, it's not that complex.
Well, thank you very, very much for your time. Really, really appreciate it. It's been a great conversation. Hope this provides a lot of value, and education to our community at home. We'll leave Zamco's information in the bio down there so you can give him a follow. And yeah, peace out. Have a great day. And good luck with your trades.
Thank you.